Probably heard the saying, a penny saved is a penny earned. But did you know that there are coin collectors out there that will pay you literally hundreds or even thousands of dollars for your single little penny? And no, I'm not just talking about the super rare famous ones like the 1909 VDBS that everybody knows about and is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars and is incredibly rare. No, but I'm talking about ordinary coins that you can find in your pocket change. And today we're going to be looking at 4 pennies from 2009. 2009, that's not that old, that are worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. You just need to know what to look for.
NGC is the sponsor of the Silverpicker YouTube channel, and Whatnot is the sponsor of today's video. Thank you both for your support.
So as I'm sure you all know, Abraham Lincoln is featured on the obverse of the coin, and that design has not changed at all since it was introduced in 1909. But the reverse has gone through several different iterations, going from the wheatback cent to the Lincoln Memorial cent to the shield cent. But did you know that for just 1 year in 2009, between the Lincoln Memorial Cent and the Shield Cent, there were 4 special issues commemorating the 200th anniversary of Lincoln's birth? Each of these designs follows Lincoln throughout all the different important parts of his life, starting with birth and early childhood in Kentucky, then continuing on through his formative years in Indiana, then going to his professional life in Illinois as a lawyer, and then finally culminating with the presidency in Washington, D.C. If you look at this chart over here, you'll notice that these coins are not actually that rare. In fact, across all 4 designs, over 2.3 billion of them were produced. However, you'll notice also that the S Mint Mark coins were produced in significantly lower numbers. And that's because those coins that were produced at the San Francisco Mint were actually proof coins made specially for collectors. Even so, some of those coins do end up making their way into circulation, and they're extra shiny and they have a beautiful mirror finish, and they'll stand out from the rest of the coins, and you'll know you found one. And if you do, they sell for about $7.50. Well, it's not going to make you a millionaire, but $7.50 for a penny you found in circulation, not too bad at all. Now we're going to talk about finding pennies worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars out in the wild in circulation in just a moment. But if you already like the idea of getting a $7.50 coin for free, well, guess what? I am about to tell you how you can get double that, a $15 silver coin absolutely free by using my link to download the Whatnot app. And that's whatnot.com/invite/silverpicker. If you don't know what Whatnot is an incredible live streaming auction app in which bidders and sellers come together in real time to buy and sell all sorts of really cool collectibles. Obviously, I'm mostly into precious metals and coins, but they've got everything. They've got trading cards, sports cards, comic books, video games, even sneakers. Basically, if you collect it, it's on Whatnot. And if you use my link, whatnot.com/invite/silverpicker to download the app, you get $15 in Whatnot credit to spend on anything you want, whether it's at one of my auctions or someone else's. And if you buy something that's $15 or less, you get it for free. And in my marketplace, not even at my auctions, I have my marketplace up and running at all times. There's tons and tons of deals on silver bullion and silver coins, but I always have $15 silver coins. Right now, I have Walking Liberty half dollars for 15 bucks a piece, which means you use my link, download the app, get your $15 in credit, and buy a Walking Liberty half dollar for free. You can't beat that. It's certainly easier than going through millions of pennies to find not one, but 2 $7.50 S Mint Mark proof pennies. So don't sleep on that. So now that you know some general info about these 2009 pennies, let's take a look at one from each of the 4 designs that sold for either hundreds or thousands of dollars that you could find in the wild and make a pretty penny on. See what I did there? See what I did there? So for the birth and early childhood design, we have this gorgeous PR70 red deep cameo, and it sold for a whopping $575 back in 2011. I mean, can you imagine what that would sell for today? Okay, so you see that this coin sold for $575, but what can you actually learn from it that you can apply to your own hunts when you're going out in the wild or just looking through some change you got at the coffee shop? Well, let's break it down. So first off, why did this sell for so much? You can see that it is a PR70. So PR means that it's a proof coin. You can tell that because it has an S Mint Mark. And it has a grade of 70. That is a perfect score. Coins are graded from 1 to 70, not 1 from 100. So proof 70 means that it's a proof coin with perfect condition grade. Then you can see it has the deep cameo look to it. Deep cameo means that the foreground is frosted and the background has a beautiful mirror shiny finish. But arguably the most important part of this grade is that RD or red designation. Unlike most coins, pennies are not just graded on a numeric scale, but also on a color scale, with red being the best, brown being the worst, and red-brown being somewhere in the middle. Now, if you're watching this and you're starting to worry that the only valuable 2009 pennies are the S mint mark ones, right? The proof coins that are made specially for collectors. Well, don't worry, most of the coins on this list are actually not S mint marks. These are coins that were meant for circulation, ordinary coins that you could get in your ordinary change. For example, this coin from the Lincoln Formative Years design is a 2009 D with a grade of MS67. It's not even a perfect score. It's not even an MS70. And this bad boy sold for $1,880. Not bad for a penny. And again, keeping with our theme, it's got that great condition score and it's got that RD red designation. Now next up is the Professional Years design, and this one graded out at an MS68. So a little bit better than the last coin, but still not a perfect score. And this one sold for just shy of $2,000. I mean, think about that in perspective. That's a 200,000x return. And last but not least, we've arrived at the final design of the 2009 Lincoln pennies. And this is the Presidency design, which is the rarest of the designs. And this one graded out at MS68 in red, and this is the highest known grade for this coin. So if you find a coin that is in perfect condition, it'll sell for even more. And this bad boy sold for $5,000. That is a 500,000 times face value return. Do you realize how crazy that is? So what am I actually hoping you get out of watching this video? Well, two things. One is inspiration. I'm hoping that looking at these valuable coins has inspired you to spend a little bit more time looking at your pocket change, because you might not even realize it, but you could be already sitting on top of a small fortune. And then second is I want to give you some actionable advice. And here it is. Save every single 2009 penny that you find, whether you get it back in change or whether you proactively look for it and go to the bank, take out a box of $25 in pennies and do coin roll hunting, basically searching through the coins, taking out the rare ones, and then bringing everything else back to the bank, so you're effectively getting all these coins for face value. Great way to do it, great way to spend some time, especially on a rainy day. And if you do find a coin, a 2009 penny, that's in spectacular condition, bright red, and you think you've got something special, well, you can send me a picture on Instagram at silverpicker. You should probably be following me there anyway. Send me a picture and I will give you some comments, some advice, and some thoughts on it. And if it is something, I can help you send it in to get graded by NGC, for example, and then ultimately come up with a sales plan and get you paid. Anyway, if you learned something from this video, I would love it if you'd hit the like button. It really helps me out, just like every other YouTube creator, but it really just takes you a second and helps me a ton. So if my video helped you, hit the like button, helps me a ton. If you still have questions, put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your questions, and I'm sure if you've got that question, someone else does too, so it'll help everybody watching if you ask your question. And I make videos about coin collecting and precious metals investing every single week, so you best hit that big ol' red subscribe button. I can't wait to see you in the next one. I've got a lot more awesome stuff coming down the pike, so stay tuned, and until then, Silver Picker out.
A huge thank you to all of my wonderful patrons. You guys are amazing. If you're not yet a patron and want to become one, the links are below, and I can't wait to meet you in our private Discord server.